Hi, happy 2020. I hope you had a great new year, a great Christmas if you celebrate it, and got to spend plenty of time with all the people that you love and enjoy. So, there's something that you won't know about me, and that is the fact that I have a very obsessive personality. Once I feel that I want something, be it an object or something else, I kind of fixate on that and become slightly obsessive, and that kind of stems back from when I was a child. When I used to want the latest toy, I would create a 20-slide PowerPoint presentation to show to my parents to convince them why I should have this toy. So I fixate on things, it's safe to say. And about 6 months ago, I fixated on a camera called the Canon EOS R. I saw it be released. I saw all these different YouTubers try it out, like Peter McKinnon, Matty Hooper, and all those kind of YouTube greats. And I just suddenly became obsessed with this camera, and I felt that deep in my gut, I had to have it. The camera that I was shooting on was the Canon EOS 750D. Very good camera, very good starting out camera. I feel like it has served me extremely well. I've had it for about 3 to 4 years, and I'm a strong believer in working with the gear that you have and making use of that. But I have had that same gear for, as I said, almost 3 to 4 years, and it was getting to a point where I kind of felt like I was at the end of what I could do with it. I felt like I needed to upgrade. So the obsession began. I had a folder on my phone called Dream. It had many pictures of the Canon EOS R on. I badgered my girlfriend every single day, not to buy it for me, but to, I don't know, be open to the idea of me having it one day. I don't know what I wanted to achieve. I just wanted to talk to somebody about it because I was obsessed. Everyone I work with knows about this camera. It's unhealthy. But on the 18th or 19th of December, it was time. I decided to go ahead and get this camera. I definitely didn't buy it outright. I'm not going to pretend that I did. I will be paying it off for a little bit. But with a camera, I strongly believe that it is an investment, and that is what this is. I will pay it off in my own time with money that I make directly from the camera. So although it may not have been the best choice or the most smart choice, I am bloody over the moon with it. When I went to go get the camera, I wasn't vlogging that day or anything, but Rosie got out her phone and filmed some clips of my reaction to getting the camera on there, because she knew one day I'd probably want it for something. So I'm going to show you those clips now, just because I feel like it's going to be a good addition to me sitting here talking to you.
Are you happy? I literally feel like I can't even talk, and then I feel ridiculous because I'm like getting choked up and emotional over a camera. But like,
It's not just a camera though, is it?
I don't think any, like, you know, but like,
Should we look at the lens first? Ooh, it's weighty. I've never had like
Like a decent lens.
a really expensive lens. This is an L series. What? Look at that.
Oh, it's huge!
I'll shake it.
I can tell. So cute.
Ooh. Oh, it's so light.
Is it?
It's lighter than that.
Oh!
Shit. I've never held something so expensive and big. I've never held like a camera like this. My goodness. This is like it feels like it's going from like a Nokia to an iPhone straight away. Like, oh my god, do you want to hold it?
No, I'm enjoying you holding it.
I feel ridiculous looking back at the clips now, but you can kind of see how much this camera means to me. If you haven't guessed already, I'm shooting on this camera currently, hence why it looks just, I'm looking at it now. Oh, I'm all steamed up. Excuse me a minute. Hence why it looks bloody good. So I got the camera, and a couple days later, I decided to take it out for a photo shoot. I wanted to go out into the streets of Norwich, where I live, take some photos, not really have an aim or a goal for the day. I just wanted to take out my dream camera, see what I could get out of it, see how bloody good it is, and that's what I did. So we took the Canon G7X out with us, which is what I usually vlog on. My partner, my girlfriend, followed me around, took some footage and B-roll of me taking shots just to accompany this video again. So whilst you watch these videos, I'm gonna get my laptop, and then I'm going to go through all the shots that I took, all the ones that I'm happy with, some of the ones that, they're okay, and we're gonna talk through them. It's a bit of a different kind of video for my channel. It's not something I've done before, but it's something that I watch all the time. I follow YouTubers like, as I said, Peter McKinnon, Huber, Seventh Era, Hayden Pedersen, like North Borders, all those guys. And I'm just obsessed lately with watching their videos of them going on shoots, editing the photos and talking about the whole process. So I thought I'd have a go at it. So yeah, here are the clips of me going out into Norwich with this beast of a camera that I'm just so happy with, and I'll see you in a minute.
So this street we are now walking up is quite popular with photographers because of the colourful houses. I think most people shoot it from that side, so I think it would be good to shoot it from that side, because where we were up on the bridge is quite far. I mean, I've got the range to go to 105, but it wasn't exactly what I wanted.
It's a bit like England's version to Copenhagen, isn't it?
Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the leading lines from this to direct the eye over to the houses. Well, I'm going to try anyway, it might be rubbish. Another popular spot for photographers. I'm actually surprised that there's nobody here.
It's completely empty.
It's complete cobbled streets, and so many films have been shot here. Earlier in the year it was covered in snow.
Fake snow.
Fake snow. I don't know what they were shooting, but
It's like some sort of Victorian thing, because remember we saw those people dressed in like long Victorian gowns.
Just a quick disclaimer before I go into talking about some of the photos that I took. I do not claim to be a professional photographer at all. I still very much think of myself as an enthusiast. I only really started getting into photography heavily outside of my job about 2 years ago, I want to say, and it's really picked up in the last 10 months. So I'm getting into it. Although I have received professional gigs for photography and videography, I still don't consider myself that yet. I want to get to a point where hopefully one day it is my full-time job, and then one day I can finally call myself a photographer and videographer. So I'm going to go through some of the photos, and I like them, but yeah, I am not claiming to be this great, fantastic photographer. I'm just a girl who's very fortunate to have such an amazing camera, fortunate to live in such a good city, and I think has a pretty good eye for photography. So we went to walk into Norwich, and one of the things about Norwich is it has this beautiful river just running all the way through it, which makes for some very lovely photos. So we started there, we walked towards the river. We came across this very famous street. It's famous for the houses, which you can see from this capture. I'm going to pop it up right now. So this is the original that I took. As you can see, it's very picturesque. Lots of photographers go to that spot just to shoot the houses. I wish I could tell you what the street is called, but for some reason I didn't do my research before this video. And there is the edit. Looking at it now, it seems quite a dramatic edit, and it is, but I'm happy with how it came out. I cropped it in slightly. I made the wall, the leading line in the middle, more central, and I brought out the reds and the warm tones of it. I played with the greens a little bit on the trees to the right, and yeah, I'm overall quite happy with this shot. I like the reflections of the houses in the water, and that's about it really. I wanted to do that thing with the wall to create a leading line to tell you where to look on the houses, you know, just to show, look, this is the focus of the photograph. Looking back, I didn't need to do that at all. It's obvious that the houses are the focus, but I still like it. I still think it creates a bit of depth. After walking along that river, we decided to walk up some of the little lanes that Norwich has. They're famous for their lanes, which you can see why in a minute. They have cobbles, and it's gorgeous. So I was walking up the lanes, and I took this photo, which to me was pretty underwhelming when I took it. I didn't really think anything of it. I didn't even tell myself I was going to go home and edit it, but I thought, you know, I might as well if it's there. So I kind of whacked on similar settings to the photograph that I edited before, and it came out like this, which I actually think improved the photograph so much. It's just such a dramatic edit again. It's really bringing out those reds, and it kind of just made me really like the photo. I like that the path is leading up to this woman who, thank God for me, is wearing red. It really creates that scene, that drama, and yeah, what was a pretty underwhelming photo became a pretty nice photo. So then after the lanes, we ventured into Norwich Market. Again, Norwich is quite famous for its market. I think it's ranked as one of the top markets in, again, I should have done some research, but it is ranked highly. And as it was Christmas, it was quite hectic. There was lots of shoppers about. It was near the central bit of Norwich, which is kind of so you have the lanes, which is the more quiet side of Norwich, and then you have the centre, which has all the Primarks and all stuff like that. So you can imagine that it was pretty busy near Christmas time. We were walking past the market, and I saw this man sitting on a bench. He was wearing a Christmas hat, and he just looked the most grumpy man I have seen. So I decided to take a picture, and this is the original picture. And I just kind of really liked how it looked. He should have been, you know, what you associate with a Christmas hat is Santa, a big jolly man, and it was just like a direct contrast, just this man sitting on a bench just looking like he would literally like to be anywhere else but there. And hey, I get him. I hate Christmas shopping. I really hate it. If I could do it all online, I would. Here is the edit that I did. So it was quite a dramatic crop inwards. I wanted to get rid of those people to the left as much as I could. I wanted you to know that he was the main focus of this picture. Very similar edits to the previous photos. It's bringing out those reds, that vibrancy. I really like how it made the picture look quite dramatic. It makes the blacks really dominant. It makes the colour of the market quite nice. I need to come up with some better describing words, but I think you get what I mean. And I feel like I was really happy with this photo because it's one of the first photos that I took that to me really tells a story. And I think that with street photography in particular, you kind of want to capture moments, you know, things that do tell stories. So to me the story is, you know, he should be happy, but he's not. And, you know, if I had to put this photo in a gallery, I would call it Bah Humbug. I'm not saying it's good enough for a gallery, but I just kind of like that name. I put it on my Instagram, gave it that description. So from that, we actually wandered into the market a little bit. So it's all these large metal stalls. Most of them are taken up by food stalls. It always smells amazing. For some reason, the market wasn't very busy that day, but you'll see later that actually kind of worked in my favour. I got a quite nice photo. So anyway, this is the next photo that I took. Again, pretty underwhelming photo, and to be honest, I think that the woman is actually out of focus. She's not in sharp focus at all, which is a little bit annoying, but I decided to edit it anyway, and it came out like this. Again, a really dramatic edit. I like what I did to the yellow in the background. It just makes it very warm and dramatic. I do wish she was in more focus, but it didn't stop me from liking the photo. I kind of really like the composition of it still, so I decided to put it on here. So as I said previously, a lot of the market stalls were closed and all the shutters were down, and that actually worked quite in my favour. I actually took this shot, which I'm really happy with. It came out very well in the edit. It came out like this. I cropped it a little bit, straightened it up, added the same settings with a few adjustments from previous photos, and it just really made it just come alive. I feel like it really made it pop. The reds, the blues, the whites. Yeah, I'm just overall really happy with this. I love the leading lines on it. If I could go back again, I would have a wider lens on me. The widest I can go on the Canon EOS R, I have the kit lens that comes with it, is 24mm. Ideally I would have liked a 16 or an 18, something around that. I feel like that would have really made this photo more dramatic, but I think that it worked pretty well. So near all the markets there is an arcade, which is in the arcade there's further shops in there, toy shops, all that kind of thing. And I noticed that there were Christmas trees down the side. There was wreaths, what are they called? Garlands, green garlands on the ceiling, again with more lights, and I just thought, yeah, I gotta get a photo of this. So I went in there and I saw that there was a Christmas tree on the side, and it had Christmas lights, and I thought this is a great time to get some light bouquet. I don't know how to say it, bokeh. I think it's bokeh. And from watching all the YouTubers that I do, I know that they like to work with some light bokeh. They get fairy lights in quite a lot of their shoots. So I thought, this is my time. This is my Hayden Pedersen moment. So I took a photo and it came out like this. Again, underwhelming. It wasn't what I wanted, even after the edit, which was this. I like the moodiness that it gave it, I guess, but looking at that photo, it didn't give me the feeling of why I went in there. Does that make sense? It didn't make me feel really Christmassy. It didn't make me think, wow, look at all this stuff, because you couldn't see it. So I literally just angled the camera up a little bit and got the ceiling and got this shot. Still the light bokeh at the bottom left, but I got more of that ceiling, which is what drew me into the arcade in the first place. I don't know why I didn't, take that first shot, but there it is, and there it is after the edit. Again, I love it, bringing out those greens. Oh, I do really like this. It makes me feel festive. It gives me that feeling of why I went in there in the first place. So moving on, I got this photo here in the Norwich Lanes again. It looked like an okay photo before the edit, but after the edit it came out like this. And that's where I really like the photo. I feel like it kind of looks straight out of a Dickens novel. I don't know why. It just looks dramatic. I don't know. I wish that I could have better words for it. I wish I was better at describing. But it just looks straight out of a Dickens novel. It looks old. Old. Great describing word. It looks, you know what I mean. This photo really came alive in the edit, and I like how moody it made it. I could have boosted the exposure a little bit more, but I didn't. I kind of left it. I think it brings out the fairy lights in the background a little bit more. It's a shame that the fairy lights in the foreground, the fairy lights closer to me, you can't really see them, but to me it's still a nice photo. I still really like it. So still in the lanes here, I saw this woman in a window. She was reading a book, and I just thought it was really interesting. And I said to myself, I'm not going to take a photo of it because I have to get pretty close and they're going to see me. And I'm going to hate it, I'm going to feel embarrassed, they're going to feel embarrassed, and I just thought, I'm not going to get this shot. But then the budding photographer in me said, look, this shot could be nice. You've got the green plants, you've got the lights in the background, you've got the reflections on the window, like, just do it. So I did it, and it came out like this in the edit. So I straightened it up a little bit, whacked on the same kind of edit from the previous photos, and I just really like it. I mean, she's not even necessarily the focus of the photo anymore, the woman in the window. It could be the couple to the left of her, it could be the man in the background who may have clocked me. But this photo to me just shows me that I had the courage to take a photo. It came out really well, so to me there's a story behind this photo, and that's why I like it so much. So after the lanes we went to the famous Elm Hill, which you all saw in the previous footage on the day. And there's this really beautiful shop in there called the Jade Tree. I won't say much more about it. I took this photo, a nice photo on its own actually. Like before the edit, I was still quite happy with it. I liked the tree going over it, the fact that it's wide angle, as wide as I could go, and the fact that the Jade Tree is in the middle. And then after the edit, I feel like it just came alive even more. I added that drama to it, and really happy with it. Then I thought, I can't come to Elm Hill without getting this shot. So this is it before the edit, and then this is it after it. I was lucky to go to Elm Hill and for it to be empty, especially whilst Norwich is so busy due to Christmas. So I was super happy that the lane was empty. I wanted to really get those cobbles in a photo, so I went right down to the ground and I took this photo. It came out really nice in the edit, bringing out those reds again, adding that drama. Just super happy with this one. So when I walk home, I kind of said to myself, I think I'm done shooting for the day. I'm not really feeling much else. I don't want to force any creativity if I'm not feeling it. But we were walking down the street and I saw this gold car, and I took a photo of it, and it came out like this. Again, I've never taken a photo of a car in my life. I do not claim to be a car photographer at all. I don't even think it's something I would necessarily want to branch into, but I was quite happy with the shot. And then in the edit it came out like this, which is quite cool. It turned that gold car into like almost a rose gold colour, and I like it. I added a slight vignette around the edge just to really pull the attention onto the car. And yeah, I quite like it. I quite like that it's a bit scraped as well near the wheel arch. I just think, you know, people that had that gold car must have been proper pissed to scrape it. So yeah, those are some of the photos that I took on the day. I took a hell of a lot more, but those are the ones that really kind of stand out to me, either because they're good, they're bad, or because they tell some kind of story to me. So I hope you like those photos. This was actually a lot of fun to film this video, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but it's something that I'm super passionate about, and I feel like I can talk about it for hours, so this could be potentially a very long video. But overall, I'm just so happy with this camera. If you are interested and want to hear me talking more about it, then let me know. If you would like more videos like this, then definitely let me know, because it's also something I want this channel to have. Like, it's gonna have the daily, not daily, it's gonna have the vlogs, it's gonna have the 8 series, more of that to come. And I kind of want it to have this photo series, this photo walk, where I go on walks and then sit down with you after and go through my process, why I took the photo, what I like about it, all that stuff. So please let me know if you like this video. If you did like it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to do that. If you haven't subscribed already, that'd be really nice. And I'll see you in the next video, whatever that video may be. It could be another one of these, could be a vlog, could be an 8 series. That is what is exciting about this channel. I feel like this year is gonna be a good one. Now I have my dream camera, and I have all of this motivation to go out, get work, get my own shots for my own portfolio, just carry on doing that. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I feel really happy to share my passion with you. It feels like a long time coming. I know I've only had this channel for a little bit, but you know, I had the Darren and Rosie channel and I started to get into it a little bit then, but yeah, it feels good. I wish I had a sign off. I don't have a sign off. Can I just say goodbye? Can I just go bye? See you the next time? Yeah, I guess so. That'll come too, this year maybe. Anyway, see you in the next video. Ooh, I should always film in this spinny chair. I'm actually in my girlfriend's office right now. Like, she's an artist, if you couldn't tell by the pens. I'm actually in her office. I should have my own filming space in the spare room, but I really like this. There's a window right there. It's cozy. I can shut the door, shut the dog out, shut the cat out, shut the girlfriend out. Just get on with it. Anyway, bye. See you in the next video.